Yes, yo, my people. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, Wakazak Mashpaka. Welcome to another episode of Diamond About You, right here on GC Create TV. And I remain your humble host, Daniel Fiercing Lion Yashirala, who you all know as DGN Yashirala. And today we are going to be having a phenomenal truth music artist, an awakened Hebrew for that matter, who has been in the field of music, dropping things, dropping bars, dropping messages through music. I'm sure you'll be like, how is this going to be on the things? Because don't get it twisted. We are actually in the world, but we have two worlds in this world. We have the world of the wicked, and we have the world of the saints, the awakened Hebrew. But this particular person actually is doing great in the field of both music and is even into style as well. I have seen some magazines whereby he has been a major front cover image and model. To tell you that it's not just here about the music anymore, but it's always doing things to propagate the truth. And I'm sure you are going to be eager to be like, who is this person going to be actually? Is it this? Is it that? Is it blah, 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 blah? But here is it. Don't get yourself too bothered. Don't let curiosity actually get you wounded. Let us go on a quick commercial break. As we'll be right back. Please don't go nowhere, because after this commercial break, you'll be able to have a glimpse of who this person actually is, because we're having to drop one of our songs after the commercial break. Then we'll come back to the show. I said, remain your brother, DGN Yashirala.
Know the line. Are you searching for a conducive and affordable apartment within the Bahari Beach, Tanzania? Don't go too far. We have 4-bedroom furnished apartment, 3 BHK, 2 en-suite bedrooms, and 1 public toilet. And our building is well fitted with the air conditioner, free water, just 5 to 7 minutes drive from Bahari Beach. Also, we have 1 free border ride to the beach per month, access to Fire Sticks, DSW TV available as well. And don't forget, we also have unlimited Wi-Fi just for 50,000 per month. And also, our conducive apartment is close to Jambo Supermarket, close to Kibo Plaza, close to Vodacom and Tigo Pesa, close to many Wakala stations, close to Barabara Restaurant, close to Yoki Market, Leisure Plaza Hotel and Restaurant and Pool, close to Budget Resort Restaurant, and also close to TJ Daycare, to prove that our apartment has good landmarks within the outskirts of Tanzania. Also, we have rentals of BMX bicycle with motor. We have the Mercedes-Benz bicycle and the Mountain Foldable Travel bicycle for rent as well. So, all these great things can only cost you just 1.5 million per month for the next 3 months of the rental for this apartment. Wow! Why not you make it a date? Come home, visit the motherland, come look at the prestigious view of Tanzania at the comfort of what you can ever imagine. To get all this offer, please contact 144 Global Solution on this phone number +2 5 5 7 6 9 4 0 2 7 4 3. Also contact us via email at mayaspeakstz@gmail.com. And I'm hoping and also promising that this will be a treat that you will never forget. Because with 144 Global Solutions, we are always here to bring solution to your luxurious living. It's like home.
For sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. I remain your humble brother, Daniel Lion Yasharala, and I am here to speak to my fellow matchmaker out there based on the coming movie project which I'm trying to work on. We all know that the enemies actually be able to deceive our people through the means of visuals, giving us the wrong depiction and every other thing through the wrong depiction. And right now, we are here on the mission to correct the wrongs which are given to us. We all know that when it comes to communication, the easiest way to assimilate faster is based on what you see and what you hear at the same time. Because sometimes what you hear you might forget, but whatever you see in accordance with what you hear, it saves up in the mind. That is why I'm trying to come up with this movie, to see how I can use this movie to wake our people who are right here in Nigeria. It's high time we have to wake our people up, because enough is enough for the deceit. And remember, if the scripture itself says that if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Which simply means to wake our people up, we need to go down to the foundation, going down into historical breakdown to unfold some lies they're given to us. Because don't get it twisted, right here in Africa, our people have been deceived in religion that anyone who comes up to speak differently or speak against the white Jesus, they've made them to believe that they are the Antichrist. So we will not come out in that same format. Right now, we are trying to come out with a different perspective. We're trying to come out as a movie to show our people the wickedness of the white men from the very start, to prove to them that they are not called Nigerians, but they are actually the true descendants of the 12 tribes of the Asharim. And remember, before we can be able to get things fixed, we must firstly fix the mind. So I'm here to solicit to all my acts, all my coaches out there, to make this movie a success. I need your support. I need your support in prayers, support and supplies for all we need for production. Because I'm sure you know, if I'm actually to go and produce some wicked movies under Nollywood or Hollywood, they will give us the support we need. But we are trying to do a righteous assignment right here. We only need ourselves to get things done. That's why I'm here today to solicit to all my brothers out there. I need your support to make this movie project a success. In the information you can see right now on the screen, you can choose to send your support through that means, and we will honorably appreciate every support that's been sent to make this movie project a success. So with this, I say thank you to the Rabba Mashpaka and to the Rabba Yahu as well.
Gotta get it, go tap in, go talk to my best friend, my Father in heaven, who has always got my back, never leave me nor forsake me, true faith and how's it take me, no matter what I'm going through, give me strength to pull through, now I will exalt him, he has made me new, forever I will praise him, forever I will praise him, new wine and new wineskin, new creature deep within, love for my creator, blessed now and for later. I'll exalt his name. Worship him for who he is. Worship him.
come back from that short commercial break. So without wasting much time, let us please, with standing ovation and applause, let us welcome to the show our one and only Ak Iyob Ben Yahu to the show. Welcome to the show, Ak.
Shalom, 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 DG. Good to be with you.
Okay, with that being said, let us go straight to the questioning. So, Ak, please, can you please let our viewers know you better? I mean, give the viewers out there a little information about yourself. Maybe like your name, your marital status, where you might actually be living, and other things. Just let the viewers actually know a little more about you, sir.
A little bit of information about myself. My government name is Tarian Butler. I go by the nickname of T.R. Butler, but I have the Israelite name of Iyob Ben Yahu. I am happily married to my wonderful wife, my wonderful Isha, Miss Malka Yahu. We've been married for 3 years now. It's been such a blessing. The Most High has blessed me with my pillar of rest and my rib. Absolute blessing to me, man. The things I've been through when I did suffer a stroke, she was the one that found me on the side of the bed. And so thankfully, and we had just gotten married. We had only been married for 7 weeks when she found me, during the stroke. So if it weren't for my wife, all praise to the Most High for my wife, man. We've been married for three years, once again, and we met in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was born and raised in a small football town about 15 minutes north of Charlotte, a town called Kannapolis, North Carolina. That's where I was born and raised, about 15 miles from Charlotte. But we met in Charlotte, and that's where we were also married in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes.
Okay, that being said, let us go to the next question. So, sir, where actually are you from? I'm not talking about in Babylon. I'm talking about what tribe actually are you in 12 among the 12 tribes, pardon me, of Yasharel.
My tribe in Yasharel is the Judah. I am from the tribe of Judah. Judah is the praisers, the worshipers, the trendsetters. So that is where the gift of praise comes from that, I've been singing in the church. I started singing in the church at the age of 4 years old. I was 4 years old when I started singing in the church.
Oh, okay. So, if I will ask you, sir, like I mean, I know you might not know the specific day, specific month, but at least what year? When precisely, what specific year did you come to knowledge of the truth?
It's been an amazing journey. Finding out in 2017 when I came into the knowledge of the truth that what the tribe of Judah meant, what it actually meant, why I was always a singer, why I always had the passion of praise for the Most High in my heart. It all made sense then in 2017, and Abib, or April of 2017, man, that is when I came into the knowledge of the truth.
Okay, so what was your background like before Yahuwah called you to the truth? Because we all know, we all actually were in the truth today. We all have our own past lives before Yah pulled us out and called us into the truth to take back our heritage. So what actually was your background like back then before Yah pulled you out from your past life and your background to bring you to the truth?
Like I said, before I started singing, my background before coming into the truth was I started singing at the age of 4 in the church. And so yeah, once again, before I came into the truth in 2017, I grew up singing in the church at the young age of 4. At the time, my godmother and my mom, they were running the little children's choir. And the little children's choir, we used to all sing the congregational songs, but at one point we wanted a leader. So, they was like, hey, TR, you can lead because you're always walking around singing all the time. So they kind of just pushed me out there, just stuck a mic in my hand, and And, you know, that's when I knew that, hey, I want to sing for the Most High. You know, at the time I was in the church, a Christian church, you know, I was ignorant of his name and, you know, who we are. But at that point, you know, from the age of 4 all the way through school, you know, I played football in high school, went to a Division III college, played ball until I re-injured my back. So once that happened in 1997, 96, 97, that's when I knew that I wanted to truly sing, right? So I went into the secular music business and started a group, a quartet, and we signed to an independent label out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and then we broke up and disbanded. So I was offered a solo deal in the secular market, and I launched my solo R&B career, you know, in 1999 and 2000, and had great success. Had 3 albums in the secular music world under my belt, opened up for the likes of John Legend, Floetry, Jodeci, Silk, traveled on tour with John Legend and Alicia Keys, Life Jennings, Trillville. So I did that up until in 2007. I did find myself incarcerated. Yes, on a 60-day sentence. And after that, that's when I rededicated my life to the Most High, got back in the church, became choir director at my home church. It was like it was coming full circle, but that was in 2007. I left the church in 2009 and 10 because it's almost like that's when the Most High was, you know, I just knew something wasn't right. I don't know what it was. I just knew something wasn't right. So I left the church 2009 and 10 all the way to 2016. Went back to church for a couple months, then left again because I just couldn't do it. Just singing, I just couldn't. I don't know. And then that's when 2017, I came to the truth, and then that's when it all clicked. Back years ago, why I just couldn't sit in the church anymore on Sundays. Why I couldn't worship and praise on Sundays. And it all came, you know, it came to me when the Most High called me to his marvelous light in 2017. But yeah, I had a, you know, not to glorify it, but I had an extensive career in the secular music business. Traveled, major tours, you know, did a lot of things, but I'm so thankful that the Most High called me to his marvelous light in 2017, and that's when I birthed into the Truth Artist.
Okay, so let me just ask this question before we go on a quick commercial break. So, what actually inspired you into the music ministry? If we ask her.
What inspired me to come into the music industry? I just knew I wanted to sing, and I wanted to know the ins and outs of the music industry. But once I did get in the secular part, it was totally different from what I always thought. You know, when you're a little kid, you dream of having that dream. I just knew I wanted to sing, and I wanted to know the ins and outs of the music industry. But once I did get in the secular part, it was totally different from what I always thought. You know, when you're a little kid, you dream of having that dream. You dream of making it. You dream of being famous for the passion you have inside singing. But the music industry is totally different from what you think it is. And when you lose friends, and you make, you know, your friends become enemies, and then you start to truly understand that everybody don't like you. You truly start to understand and be able to articulate why people don't like you, you know, articulate it in your mind. And sometimes it's hard to grasp. But now, looking back, it was a learning tool that the Most High was dealing with me, and truly teaching me about myself and about him. I was learning more about him and didn't even know it at the time. So yeah, you know, it was just, the inspiration was just, you know, like we all, you know, a lot of people I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be wealthy and known for singing. known for putting together music, known for being a musician. So that's what inspired me at the time. And at the time, I did want to, in the gospel, even in the gospel market, I did want to serve. At the time, I called it God. I did want to serve God in that capacity, but I was trying to mix the two, the secular and the Christian, and at that time, I was all over the place. It's all over the place. That the Most High called me to His marvelous light in 2017, and that's when I birthed into the Truth Artist.
Wow, 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 wow. So now, with that being said, I'm sure you are actually following and you're enjoying this program right now. But let us just get to the powerhouse out there and let us check what we have in stock as we go on the commercial break. Please don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
For sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine. Because of the savor of thy good ointments, thy name is an ointment poured forth. Therefore do the virgins love thee. Draw me, we will run after thee. The King hath brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in thee. We will remember thy love more than wine. The upright love thee. Your love is better than wine.
Something special. I love you.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. We still have our only act and our guest for the show in person of Iyob Ben Yahu in the house. So, sir, the next question actually is the viewers would like to know that how precisely did you discover the assignment of ministry which Yahuwah called you onto? Because when actually will be like, am I sure I'm called? How can I be able to discover who I am? How can I be able to discover what assignment He has given to me? Let the audience know. How precisely do you discover that assignment of me being a minstrel unto Yahuwah in this truth?
It just kind of, like I said, I had my stroke back in 2021, and back in 2020, and in the back of that ambulance, I just knew I had already started to work on the New Moon album, but it was just at that moment in the back of that ambulance, I knew that this was my calling. I knew that this is what I wanted to do. Spread the gospel to the four corners. Spread the gospel to the diaspora. Spread across the four corners of the world. Truly show that Mashiach was yoked. I am yoked with Mashiach, and that Mashiach and the Ruach HaKadosh, and that Yahuwah, the Father, was head of my life. In the back of that ambulance, that's when I chose to worship. Because the left side of my face was messed up. My whole left side was down. I couldn't move my whole left side. My memory was gone. But the word that I had in me, that worship, Job 120, and that's where the name Iyob comes from. Job 120, once he found all the calamity, it says that he rent his mantle, he shaved his head, he fell to the ground, and he worshipped. So in the back of that ambulance, I chose in that moment to worship. And I worshiped. And I just thanked the Father. I said, it could be worse. I could be dead and gone. But for some reason, you spared my life. I'm still here. And that was at 3 a.m. 7 hours later at 10 o'clock, I was totally healed. Mouth restored, speech restored, memory restored, left side operable, legs, everything. I was actually wanting a cheeseburger and a smoothie. That's what I kept asking for. So the doctors were baffled. Still to this day, they're baffled. They're trying to figure out, how did this guy come out of this with no therapy, none of that. So during my stroke, and that's what the song Super Sweet on the New Moon LP is about. It's about that moment when I suffered the stroke and how the Most High brought me out. So that's when I knew, okay, I got to press forward in this ministry for the Most High Yahuwah. Hallelujah.
Okay, so also the viewers would like to know that how long have you been doing music? Was it after you came to the truth that you started doing music, or you have been doing music actually maybe years or some time before you came to the truth to become a truth music artist?
I've been doing music since I was 4. Been singing since I was 4. I don't play instruments. My father, my uncles, my brother, they play drums, lead guitar, bass guitar, saxophone. I've never picked up an instrument, and I am a singer only. So I tried the drums when I was little, but I knew then vocals is for me, only vocals. So I've been doing music for a long time. I did take a break. I called myself being mad and resented the Most High. After I got out of jail in 2007, I stopped music for a while. Now I did sing in the choir, and I was choir director before recording and writing songs. I had stopped up until 2019. 2019, I did have a album come out, a soul R&B soul album called Black Canvas, which is what the record label and media company, my company is named after, Black Canvas Music LLC. It's named after my first album out of a 15-year hiatus, Black Canvas. And then that's, once I realized that, the Most High was like, yeah, okay, yeah, you made an album. You're not cussing. You're not singing about sex or anything secular, but is it still set apart? And he spoke to me, and I was like, oh, is it? And it wasn't. So that's when New Moon was birthed after I had stroke in 2020 and got married. Yes, but I've been singing all my life. All my life.
Okay, so pardon me, what are those challenges? Because we know nothing good comes easy, and whenever there's a good side, there's always a bad side as well. So we want to ask and want to know, what are those challenges that which you encountered as a truth music artist? Because we all know that no matter a journey can be, it can never be smooth. There will always be some upsy, some little storms. What are those challenges that you ever encountered as a truth music artist?
What are the challenges you encountered as a truth music artist? Man, truthfully, one of the most shocking challenges that I faced being a truth music artist is the support factor. I was shocked when I got into it and I didn't see the support. Sometimes just kind of is non-existent, and I didn't understand it. I still struggle with understanding how some of us can't support each other. Just the challenges of knowing the clicks and the platforms that won't play music because you did a song with so-and-so, and they won't have you to do an interview because you're friends and you are on social media with another artist that they don't like. It's just man, I'm at a loss for words when it comes to that. Because how can we say we serve the Most High and then we have these favorites, which I get it. You have a favorite artist and a favorite song. That's understandable. But if I like somebody's music and if I like them as a person, and then I befriend somebody that don't like them, I'm not going to stop liking that other person just because that new friend or new artist doesn't like them. But I see a lot of that in Yasharal. I see a lot of that in Israel. And that's a major challenge and a major hurdle that I I don't struggle as much as I used to. I used to kind of get under my skin and, I get upset about it when I see that. But I do understand that there are new people coming to this walk every day. And we can't hold grudges, or we can't just look at, we continually growing. We are continually under construction. Yes. So, but that's one of the major challenges that I have had, man. It's tough to get that support sometimes, but with platforms like DGN, man, it's great that you had me on, because like I said, it's a challenge to kind of get things done in some of these platforms. You know what I'm saying? Once I realized that, the Most High was like, yeah, okay, yeah, you made an album. You're not cussing. You're not singing about sex or anything secular, but is it still set apart? And he spoke to me, and I was like, oh, is it? And it wasn't. So that's when New Moon was birthed after I had stroke in 2020 and got married. Hope that answered what you were looking for. Hope that was answering you were looking for.
Okay, so like we all know, the elders on this side in Nigeria will say, all work no play make Jack a dull boy. So please, Aki, let us, or you please, I can't really sing because I have a frog voice. Please, can you just do a short a cappella freestyle to all our audience out there? Let them know that truly you are not one of those artists that's all about the auto tune, doing their, I will call it doing their manipulation in the studio. Let them also feel that truly, through your words, truly Yah has called you to this ministry.
Oh boy. Let's see. He's Adonai Mashiach. He's Alua. Kinsman Redeemer, one with the Father. Adonai Mashiach Alua. Kinsman Redeemer, one with the Father. Who do men say I am? Who do men say I am? Hallelujah, all praise.
Wow. All praise to the Most High Yah for that. I'm sure you actually are carrying along. So let us ask this question once again before we go to the last question for today. What are your plans? I mean, your own personal plans. What are your personal plans for this Truth Music Ministry, which Yahweh actually has called you onto? We know that Yah actually has given us different gifts, different talents. But what are your own plans on what you want to do with this ministry that Yah has handed over into your care?
My plans for this Truth Music Worship Ministry, which Yahuwah has gave me, man, I want to take this ministry to the next level, and that next level is, I do have a new Wonderland album coming out. The title of it is Wonderland, and it talks about the signs and wonders that are going on right now as we still are in captivity. However, even though we'll see those signs and wonders, and even though the enemy is truly affected by those signs and wonders that the Most High is showing and doing in the land, we'll still see it, but we'll feel the pinch of it, but we won't be totally eradicated by it if we are sealed. So that's what this Wonderland album is about. It's about coming against what I just talked about, that non-support. The way we come against it is do songs together, collab together. I got a lot of my great brothers and sisters on this Wonderland album, and it's a collection of just records that sings the praises of the Most High, that edifies His name, that talks about having the Ruach HaKodesh in your life, having Mashiach, Yahusha in your life, being yoked with Him and giving all your cares to Him, and being able to have joy and peace when all the chaos in the world, just like in Egypt, when all the chaos, the Israelites, they seen, even when they were in Goshen, they heard and seen the plagues, but they were still trusting the Most High. So that's what this Wonderland album is about, and I prayerfully, hopefully that it reaches the four corners, just as well as New Moon, that it reaches the four corners, and as Yahuwah takes us to new levels and new heights, that the diaspora is woken up through these lyrics and these songs and these records, and that the Most High's name is edified. But I want to take it to the next level. Black Campus Music LLC is a record label and media company. So here soon, and could Wonderland be my last album? whatever the Most High says, and maybe I'll start truly, seeking artists, young artists to sign, or even older artists to sign to this label, and truly, generate the ability and the resources to travel worldwide to Africa and South Africa and Nigeria and Colombia and Jamaica and Switzerland and Australia, and truly find the diaspora and help them realize who they are.
Okay, so the last question for today, I will make it a wrap for today's episode of the show. What are your advice? Because I know you can have one. What are your advice which you can give those other awakened Hebrews who are out there that are yet to answer to the call to the ministry which Yahweh has called them onto? We all know that the Most High has more than enough substitute to replace anyone. But we want you to please pass out an advice to those other Hebrews who are out there so that they can pick up that courage to do the work of Yahweh, which He has called them to do, and so that they will not be replaced in the work of the kingdom.
And just keep believing in the Most High. Stay rooted and grounded in Mashiach. Keep the Ruach HaKodesh number one. Don't listen to your heart. Heart is wicked above all things, as the word says. Listen to the Most High's voice. Listen to the Ruach HaKodesh's voice. Let your heart change. Let them change. Let Yahuwah change your heart. And then, once your heart is healed, once your heart is circumcised, then you'll know the voice. He says his sheep know his voice. So do practical things to learn how to be in this business and how to sing, practically write, how to practically commune with the crowd and when you're performing, and how to be in the booth when you're in the studio and bring that performance out so that it is rewalkable, so that anybody that listens to your music, that they are healed and delivered and set free through your music, because your music should edify the Most High. That's the main focus. The money that'll come when the Most High allows the increase. So all you young guys and even older, if you're looking to come into this truth walk music, hey, whatever your ministry is, whether it's drawing, whether it's singing, poetry, rapping, whether it's making clothes, but the Most High has put upon you to set out a Kodash or set apart clothing line. Make sure the Most High is first. Make sure you do practical things to stay afloat every day. Make sure that you are not compromising and comparing yourself to the world. Make sure.
Wow. Thank you very much for being on the show. We are deeply grateful that we called you on the show and you answered us. So I'm sure you'll actually enjoy that segment with our arc, Iyob Ben Yahu. You all can actually see there's actually a nice looking man there. So let's say that he is still on point, yet doing the work of the Most High. We have thousands of talented souls out there who are using both their physical appearance, like we all know. Revelation chapter 4 verse 2 says, the precious sons of Zion are referred and compared as unto fine gold. So people actually are using their own beauty, their own talent to worship the devil. But he's actually using to push the work of the Most High Father. So this is make it a wrap on this episode of the show. I remain your humble host, DGN Yasharala. And with this I say shalom and bye for now.